What's up, Ragin Nation? How's it going? This is Alex Yu and you're watching a Ragin Ronin review. I got a review for you. Last night I watched Hitman Agent 47, and Hitman Agent 47 is the reboot to the 2007 film Hitman. Both films are based off of the video game franchise of the same name, developed by IO Interactive and published by now Square Enix. The original one was directed by Xavier Gens, and it starred Timothy Oliphant, Olga Kurylenko, and Dougray Scott. And that film was quite bad. In fact, it was very, very forgettable. I don't remember anything about it. Now, the reboot is directed by Alexander Bach, and it stars Zachary Quinto as John Smith, Hannah Ware as Katia Van Dies, and Rupert Friend as Agent 47. Both films are written by Skip Woods. So just from that, you can kind of expect the same thing. And when I was watching the trailer for Hitman Agent 47, I was thinking that this looks action-packed. I think that this film is going to be a film that it's not going to have a whole lot of depth to it, but it's going to have a lot of great action, and that's going to be enough to satisfy me. At least that's what I thought. Okay? Now, first of all, I was right about this film not having a whole lot of depth because there really isn't. It is pretty much your standard R-rated action fare. And when I say standard action fare, right now in 2015, if you don't have something that stands out in your film, then honestly speaking, it's going to be quite a forgettable action film. And that is what this is. It is a forgettable action film. There's really nothing that saves this film. Maybe for some choreographed action sequences, but honestly speaking, I've seen this type of thing again and again and again. Now, the video game actually has a lot of depth to it. There's actually a lot of history and background story, and it really makes you follow the character, and you really follow like all the things that it goes through. Now, this is something that is just put together very, very quickly, to be completely honest. There is nothing in this film that really makes you care for any of these characters at all. The only character in this film that has some sort of some sort of character and personality to him is Zachary Quinto's character, John Smith. And you already know what's going to happen to him. You already know what is the fate of his character. It tells you that in the trailer. It's really not rocket science to figure out what goes on in this movie. So, I mean, if you know the game, you know what is going to happen in this movie, and you know the direction of where this story is going. Now, the one thing that I thought was pretty good about this film is that Rupert Friend plays Agent 47 quite well. I mean, I feel that he is Agent 47, and I feel that him as these bio-engineered assassins is really quite believable. Another thing that I thought was pretty good about this film is Rupert Friend training Hannah Ware, like getting her to really learn the ropes about being an agent, and I thought that was pretty cool. But other than that, everything else was quite sleep-inducing. I mean, look, here's what the plot is really about without giving anything away. These agents were brought up to be assassins from the very beginning. They were bioengineered to feel or rather trained to have no emotions, nothing at all, no remorse. So, you know, we've seen this type of thing before, right? And then he decides that he wants to go against his masters, or he wants to go against the agency that created him. And we've seen this type of thing again and again and again. And even though this is how it's like in the video game, when it translates to film, it's really quite shallow. There's nothing special about this movie at all. I mean, you could watch this if you are really, really, really bored and on Netflix looking for something to watch. But, I mean, I'll give it that they have some pretty decent action sequences. Like, there's some cool fighting, but it's almost like there's almost too much style in this. They add a little bit too much style to the point where I feel like, okay, I get it. You're trying to be cool. You're trying to make gunplay look cool, and we've seen this sort of thing many times. So there's really nothing that really saves this movie from being bad, and I gotta say that it is quite poorly done. I'm gonna give it a 2.5 out of 10. I've seen worse films, but this is quite bad. Okay, 2.5 out of 10. You can watch it if you're curious, but I would tell you to save your money. Okay. So there you have it. That's all I gotta say in this video. And if you want to see more reviews, hit that like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, like me on Facebook, The Ragin Nation. Also follow me on Twitter at Ragin Nation. My name is Alex Yu. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace. This is a problem in itself. Like it said, it's made for the wrong reasons. They needed to make a film before the expired, or rather before the rights expired and